Stand by right here for me. 32, I'm 10x10, 1 detained. Spread your legs slightly. I just need to pat you down.
My son. Think I ain't spoke to my son. Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and their grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep it up, his ass going to prison.
Don't be in this bitch. Wait till I come back in the market late night, and then it's just you and I slap you up. Yeah. You trying to act off, son? All like this in front of all your peeps. Tell your mama I said Happy Mother's Day. And then crying in my face and shit. Like,
Then he want to talk about some other like this being shit. This being shit. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You up here flagging. You're cat.
Welcome back to your daily dose of scandal and glamour. T's biggest fear might finally be catching up with him. For years, he warned his son King Harris to slow down before he ruined everything. And now it looks like those words might come true. Word on the street is that a judge could slam King with a 5-year prison sentence. 5 whole years. The wild part? That's exactly what T.I. predicted back in 2022 if King didn't change his ways. And honestly, nobody should be shocked at this point because the warning signs were all over the place. Reckless driving, that infamous Waffle House brawl.
Yes, sir.
There's one in the head.
Does your buddy have one as well? All right, just hang tight right here for me. Let me clear this. I don't want any accidental fires.
There's no safety. You gotta take.
There's no safety.
You take
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna mess around with that too much. Let me just set this down right here. Dude, step out for me. Yes, sir. Place your hands behind your back for me. All right. Right now, you're just being detained. You're not under arrest. I'm gonna be at the church. All right, I appreciate you being cool, man. We're just gonna take a look at this information, make sure it's valid.
I ain't sure this.
Just take the step to the side for me.
Even flashing guns in his music videos like it was all just a game. King's been stacking up red flags like trophies, acting untouchable. Then came the arrest footage in 2024, and it showed just how bad things had gotten. Caught on camera nearly smashing into a cop car, pounding on his own vehicle with a gun on his hip, and that old 2022 warrant finally creeping back to haunt him. It felt like every bad move he ever made circled back to destroy him in one single moment. And here's the twist that makes it hit harder. Right after that arrest, King became a father. He was proudly posting about his newborn, dropping a track called Dear Son like he was ready to step up and turn things around. But instead of settling into fatherhood, he's now staring down a courtroom that might take him away for half a decade.
My son. Think I ain't spoke to my son. Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and their grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep that shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had that conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Cause I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out.
So how did King Harris go from the privileged son of a hip-hop legend to possibly facing 5 years behind bars? It all traces back to October 2024, the day King officially crashed out. He pulled out of a gas station in his BMW and nearly ran straight into a police car, setting off the chain of events that could change his life forever. You couldn't script this if you tried. The second the cops walked up, it was already over. First thing they smelled was weed. Then their eyes went straight to the gun sitting bold on King's hips. At that point, the deal was sealed. They knew he wasn't going anywhere but the station. And when they ran his name, that's when the hammer dropped. He still had an open warrant lingering all the way back from 2022. That case wasn't light either. Overspeeding, driving on a suspended license, plus a DUI. Instead of showing up to court like everyone else, King just let it slide, and that mistake came back like a ghost he couldn't shake.
But what I'm saying is, they wasn't
Talk like that outside.
Hey, I can talk how the fuck I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything anything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. File your shit.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here. Come on.
By 2024, it all exploded in his face. The leaked arrest video, first dropped by Badge Chronicles and then picked up by Vlad TV, ran almost 30 minutes long, and trust me, it's wild. You literally see the cops pull him out the car, snatch the gun off his hip, cuff him up, pat him down, and throw him in the back seat like he was just another suspect off the block. Now, King wasn't raging or throwing a tantrum, but you could tell he was tight. Face said it all. He knew he had messed up, but there was no slick talking his way out this one.
I like to treat yours.
Why y'all got so much time, bro? Why y'all always gotta have?
What is it about?
It's not illegal to have.
Well, in the manner in which you portraying in the lifestyle, it don't look legitimate, sir. But I'm not supporting no whore. I'm not. Ain't doing. I'm not. What kind of parents don't support their kids in their goddamn slide? Bigger than you popping it. And then got your book there. So 12 pull up and they say, hey, who do you belong to? Who raised their hand? Somebody got to raise their hand. I've been seeing him around too here a lot. You gonna raise your own hand? I've been seeing him around too like that. Well, when you got it ain't I know that. When y'all got around those people, they call it's not the possession of a commission of a crime, sir. That is a felony. Yeah. Thank you.
The footage captures every second. Him being dragged out, cuffed, and loaded into that patrol car while the cameras kept rolling. Even one of the officers admitted later that King stayed calm and played it cool the whole time. But calm or not, it didn't matter. He still ended up behind bars in DeKalb County before getting transferred over to Pickens. Once that dusty old warrant got recalled, it was too late. Just like that, King Harris went from flexing online to sitting in a jail cell with the whole internet watching every move. And the sting in all this? T.I. had already warned the world back in 2022 that this exact moment was coming. When King first started spiraling out of control on Instagram, T.I. didn't sugarcoat it. He made it crystal clear that if his son didn't pump the brakes, prison would be the only outcome. And he wasn't just talking like some worried dad either. He was speaking from real experience because he's lived that life himself. Tip even warned flat out, time is gonna be his teacher. And now that teacher showed up knocking on King's door in the form of a possible 5-year sentence. Once clips of King's arrest hit the internet, fans instantly went back to that old video of T.I. speaking on his son. That's when the dragging started. Some people were like, see, he spoke it into existence, while others felt genuine sympathy, saying, imagine the pain of watching your own warning unfold in real time.
A lot of people hit me up like, King, I know you tired, you ain't getting no sleep, and the truth be told, before this look, I ain't been getting no sleep, you know what I'm saying? I just been outside working, lifestyle, you know, lifestyle just lifing, you know what I'm saying? And, but now I'm damn sure not getting no sleep. This up every morning, and then around the morning time, he like to do that little live concert I be doing with him. And he like to walk around the house.
Either way, the internet couldn't stop highlighting how on point T.I. had been. He saw the energy, he recognized the pattern, and yet King still refused to listen. And speaking of King not listening, you can't forget about the infamous Waffle House meltdown back in 2022. That was one of the first times people really side-eyed him thinking, yeah, this kid is headed straight for trouble. The viral clip showed King in a heated screaming match with Waffle House staff, going back and forth like he had something to prove. But instead of looking tough, he came off entitled and completely out of control. Even T.I. couldn't defend that one. He hopped on live afterward looking baffled, admitting he was flat out perplexed. He couldn't understand why his son would even stop what he was doing just to argue with a short order cook. Ty said he had no clue why King felt the need to match that kind of energy at all, and honestly, neither did anyone else. Here's the wild Waffle House clip that even Tip himself couldn't excuse. And if the Waffle House fiasco wasn't already humiliating, the gun drama took things to a whole new level. Remember when T.I. and Boozy had to literally check their sons on camera? That clip went viral for a reason. It showed just how reckless things were getting. King and Boozie's son, Tootie Raw, were supposed to be filming a music video, but instead of focusing on the bars, the whole set looked like a trap house. Guns everywhere, flashing like it was some kind of flex.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of woo-saw yourself outside of the public opinion. Then I think, you know, because I tell you what, I have the greatest, most extensive family photo album. I can document and, like, I can go back to when King was Eris's age. I can go back to when Major was my granddaughter's age.
That's when the dad stepped in, shutting it all down. You can hear T.I. basically questioning them. Why y'all even toting guns when you got girls right here? Talk about love. What started as a music video turned into a full-on lecture. Tip broke it down plain and simple. One wrong move with a weapon, or even being around the wrong scene with drugs, could throw them straight into prison. And he wasn't even being harsh. He was giving them the exact survival guide to avoid the same traps he once fell into. You can still watch that clip of T.I. and Boosie sitting their sons down, spelling it out crystal clear. Flashing guns in videos is nothing but a shortcut to jail. Fans actually applauded both fathers, praising them for stepping up and trying to guide their kids instead of just letting them crash out. But here's the real issue. You could see it all over King's face. He heard the words, but he didn't absorb the lesson. It was like advice bouncing off a brick wall. And what really made fans start side-eyeing King wasn't just the guns or his short temper, it was his personal life. The biggest shock came when he popped out with a baby mama that had the internet buzzing. The mother of his child, known as Big Nana, instantly had people talking because of the alleged age gap. Rumors swirled that she was way older than King, and the internet didn't hold back. Some were convinced she was only there for the money, while others blasted her as a groupie trying to secure a check. But King, he didn't care at all. He leaned all the way in, throwing her a full baby shower, posting nonstop about the pregnancy, and when their son was finally born in November 2024, he couldn't stop bragging. He made sure the world knew he was proud, no matter what anybody had to say. Here's a clip of King celebrating with Big Nana, smiling like everything was perfect. Not long after, he was all over social media, proudly talking about his newborn son. He even dropped a heartfelt track called Dear Son, writing about stepping up as a father. In his Instagram post, he captioned it, November 5th, 8:09 a.m. Welcome, King Jr. Time to take over. For a quick second, people thought maybe he was finally turning a corner, that fatherhood might humble him and force him to slow down, but the timing couldn't have been worse. While King was cradling his newborn and playing proud dad online, the arrest video was circulating everywhere, reminding the world of the serious mess he was already caught up in. That's what made it so heartbreaking. It wasn't shocking anymore. Fans had been saying for years that King's reckless ways would eventually catch up to him, and now it was happening exactly the way they predicted. So, if a judge really hands him 5 years, don't be surprised to see T.I. looking more devastated than furious. Yeah, he warned him. Yeah, he tried to steer him right. But when it's your child chained up in a courtroom, that pain cuts deeper than any lecture could. And if you've ever seen their podcast together, you know that bond between father and son is real, which makes the situation sting even harder for Tip. And let's be real, it's gonna hit T.I.'s image too. People already drag him online, claiming he failed as a father, that all the fame, money, and life lessons couldn't stop his own son from spiraling. If King actually gets sentenced, those voices are only going to get louder, especially because T.I. has always branded himself as the OG dad who knows the game and teaches wisdom. Watching that image crack in front of the world, that's gonna sting just as much as the prison time itself. But one thing about T.I., he's always made it clear he's gonna love King no matter how messy things get. So you already know, even if he's disappointed, he'll still be the first one standing tall beside his son in that courtroom. Of course, once the arrest footage and court updates started making the rounds, the internet lit up with reactions. The takes were all over the place. Some clowning him, some low-key impressed, and others just hoping he finally gets it together. One fan even said, King is enjoying every minute, knowing he might go viral. He knows he's being recorded. I'm glad he was respectful, and honestly, you can see that in the video. Even while he's being cuffed, King isn't wilding out. He's calm, maybe too calm, like he knows it's all just another clip for the blogs to eat up. Then came the crowd calling it his street cred moment. Somebody commented, that man finally got his street cred. He been telling y'all he outside, and that right there shows how twisted this whole thing is. Instead of focusing on raising his newborn son, people think King is out here chasing a jail record just to prove he's real. But not every comment was negative. Some folks actually tried to give him grace. One person wrote, he gonna be fine. He's been doing good since his son was born, so I'm wishing him blessings. He handled himself well. That's the flip side. The crowd that still hopes fatherhood might finally ground him, even if prison has to be part of the lesson. And for T.I., it feels like watching history repeat itself. The same system he fought tooth and nail to escape is now circling his own son, threatening to pull him under. And the darkest part? Deep down, Tip already knew this was coming. Don't get it twisted. This isn't just King Harris wilding for headlines. This is real. A very real shot at serious prison time and consequences that don't go away when the cameras stop rolling. And this right here is the ultimate test for T.I. as a father. Because if that judge really locks in a 5-year sentence, King's saga won't just be another viral moment for the blogs. It'll be a permanent scar, a hard lesson carved into his life forever. This isn't about clout, it isn't about music videos, and it isn't about internet headlines anymore. It's about a young man facing the cold reality of prison time while his father, a hip-hop legend who's been through it all himself, watches his worst prediction turn into his son's truth. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay in the loop with all the latest tea. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and I'll catch you in the next video.